Good evening, everybody. Hope you can hear me now. A wee bit of a technical hitch there at the start, but hey, let's go. I've got the chat on, so hopefully I'll be able to see what you're saying during the course of this. If anybody's got any questions, please give me a thumbs up or a question. And if you can give me a thumbs up if you can hear and see everything that's happening. Thanks, Anne-Marie. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Jassy. Thanks, Tricia. Thanks, Patrick. Thanks, David. Thanks, Maria. This is absolutely incredible. I didn't really think that half the people would be on here tonight, but thanks anyway. As you see from the backdrop, I'm not exactly at home just now. Thanks, Ian. Thanks for confirming that everything was good. I thought, Anne-Marie, you would like this backdrop. I'm sitting at the Lido, actually, in the Arona Grand, but everybody knows I'm not there. I'm sitting at home in Troon, in the conservatory in the house just now. Everybody knows I'm not there. I'm sitting at home in Troon. Thanks for joining us, Gary. Nice to see you. Hope you're well after your recent illness, coming back from Tenerife. Thanks for joining us, Gary. Nice to see you. Hope you're well after your recent illness, coming back from Tenerife. And I think, Gary, you'll recognise the background, pal. And I think, Gary, you'll recognise the background, pal. You'll need to excuse this. I've got my laptop on and I've got my iPad on for the comments, and I'm about 2 minutes behind, well, 20 seconds behind on the iPad, so bear with me. And I'm about 2 minutes behind, well, 20 seconds behind on the iPad, so bear with me. Anne-Marie, I was actually going to say I'm live, but the guy behind's not really moving that much. So you'll gather it's just a backdrop. I can always change it. I'm actually sitting in the conservatory at home, so I can change it to that. But I thought I would put this in. It sounds a wee bit more, well, it looks a wee bit more tropical than it is at home just now. Oh, Gary, you still poorly with COVID? My sympathies. Hi, Rick. Thanks for joining us. Many, many thanks, Rick, for coming in. Appreciate it. I know you're busy. Love to Shelley. Good evening, Jason. Nice to see you in here. Good evening, Jason. Nice to see you in here. David, even the guy that's behind is frozen on your big television. Love it. I noticed the guy behind actually hasn't got a drink sitting on his table. That's probably why he's still. Ian, don't tell me I've no sun in Troon. Today has been, well, the last 2 days have been horrendous. We've had absolutely battered by wind and rain. It only cleared up at about lunchtime. Thanks, Anne-Marie, for putting the posts up. Appreciate it. Thanks, Anne-Marie, for putting... If anybody's got any questions, please stick them on the chat. I've got my iPad next to my laptop and I can see if there's any questions. Please just fire away. Gary, you're down the West Coast, the same as us, so probably it's exactly the same there as it is here. Been horrendous the last couple of days. Thanks, Jassy. Yep, everything's going according to plan. We've had a wee hold up the last 2 days because of the wind and rain, but we were 2 or 3 days ahead of schedule, so hopefully it won't have any impact. Love it, Jason. I know the guy must have been, well, especially Scotland. Mind you, England weren't that much better, let's face it. Well, as I said today, the weather hasn't been good. At lunchtime, my nephew and I decided to walk into the town after it cleared up. and we managed to get in 2 or 3 beers this afternoon in one of the local pubs, and then walked home, which is about a 25-minute walk, so it was really pleasant. Evening, David. Hi, Ian. I think you've said, when do I finish at Troon? Well, there lies a story. The company that I was working for in association with the RNA has actually been taken over by a big exhibition and hospitality company called Eventius, and they asked everybody that if they were going to stay on, could they commit to a 24/7 availability, which obviously I can't because I'm still working at the university, and that is my permanent job, so that comes first. So I actually finished. I'm actually on standby just now, and I should be back in after the golf. But then I hope that answers the question, Ian, but that's what's happening just now. Gary, yep, I'm looking forward to the return trip to the Rona Gran. It seems to have been a long time since we were there from Christmas, but I'm going back on the 9th of October. Hopefully, I'm going to meet up with a couple of people there, Anne-Marie and David, and we should be able to hopefully do a live vlog from the up terrace in the Rona Gran. Obviously, I'll need to get permission, but I will do it. Evening, Prash. Are you back from Blackpool? That's a wee bit difficult to say after a few pints. Are you back from Blackpool? Thanks to all 19 that have joined me. As I say, it was a pretty impromptu. I've stuck this new software on by StreamYard, and I just wanted to make sure that it was actually working before I went and did a live. But it's so appreciated seeing you all here. Check Prash's channel. He's got some nightmare videos coming up this week. Oh, and there's Anne-Marie saying she can't wait to stay at the Rona Gran next March. And likewise, Anne-Marie and David. And we'll meet you in October, just for a quickie. Actually, Anne-Marie, I'm going to contact you on Messenger because I've got a wee plan if you're up for it in October. Just we'll go with it from there. I know that our trips sort of overlap, and but we'll sort something out. Hopefully, we'll be able to both enjoy it. I'm just going to move from the Rona Gran to home and home again. I know that some of you saw the pictures that were on the YouTube channel, the Tenerife Friends. That was the other night, and it's amazing how it can change from one day to the next. Absolutely incredible. And if anybody asks, I'm on sparkling water. Thanks for that, Gary. Appreciate that. I'm just sorry that you've come back with the COVID. I know how it is because I think a couple of years ago when we were at the Rona Gran, we didn't catch it in the hotel, but about 2 or 3 days after coming home on the flight, we got it. But I've had it 3 times now, and touch wood, it's not been too bad. It's just been like a bad cough, and I've had worse coughs and colds, but I know it affects everybody differently. But hopefully you're on the mend, Gary. Love to San when you speak to her. Prash, I know what it's like about editing videos. You sit down to do it, and the chances are that you'll probably fall asleep halfway through it, but it's got to be done. But I'm sure you'll catch up, pal. Maria, my sympathies. I know how you feel. Both Anne and I have got it. Anne got it a wee bit worse than me the last time we came back, I must admit. But I worked at the university all through COVID, and we were obviously shielded and what have you, but it never makes any good. In fact, I've got a friend who's a consultant virologist at Glasgow University, and he said to me that face masks are absolutely no use whatsoever. The reason why dentists and surgeons wear them is to stop droplets coming from them onto the patient. And an airborne virus is very, very difficult to keep out. Gary, I've heard that a lot with this strain of the virus. It can give you very, very fatigue syndromes, and it makes you sleep a lot. I've heard that, but I'm sure you'll get there, pal. I hope you're feeling okay, Maria. That's unfortunate. It's the worst than the first time you had it. As I say, I've had it 3 times, and I must admit, touch wood, whether I've been lucky or not, I've just had a cold and a cough, and I've had worse colds and coughs, but I think it affects everybody totally different. That's an interesting one, Patrick. If I didn't stay at the Rona Grand, what hotel would you go to? We've stayed in a few in Adeje and in Las Americas, Las Palmeras. Let's have a look. Going back years, the Bittercora, the volcano, and out towards the Grand Tenerife and various others. But to be honest with you, I can't see past the Rona Grand at the moment. Good question, Patrick. Thanks for that. Good evening, Alan. Yeah, Gary, I found the staff at the Rona Grand absolutely superb. Every time that we've been there, I've got a few introductions to make to Anne-Marie and David when they come out in October. My goodness, Maria, the honeymoon in 1996. I must admit, probably the first time we went, we were there for 10 days. And well, the first time recently we went for 10 days and we stayed in just a normal sea view room. And the receptionist asked if we'd know about the up terrace, which we had no idea what it was. So we went up and visited for a day. We booked in the following day and we haven't been anywhere else since. So I think that just about sums it up. Thanks, Prash. Thanks for that wee reminder. Thanks to everybody that subscribed recently and joined the channel. It's really appreciated. I know that sounds a wee bit off hat, but it is appreciated. I think we went from about 875 up to 904 this week, so not many more to go. Yeah, Maria, we love the up terrace. It's just so relaxing up there. Really look forward to it. And we've met so many lovely people up there that are still friends, and we still meet up on occasion. And the great thing is that everybody does what everybody wants to do and just gets on with it. It's good. Gary, has the guy got a face mask on? I can't actually see it, to be honest with you. See if I can blow up the screen. Anne-Marie, did you enjoy the Costa Adeje, the H10? Because I've got friends that stayed in the H10. I don't know whether it's the same offer or not in the Tenerife, the H10 Big Sur and Los Cristianos, and they also stayed at the Arona Grand, and they preferred the Arona Grand, but it's horses for courses. Prash, favourite style of videos that you do? I love the cooking videos because I'm a keen chef myself. I cook a lot of Indian food. Anne and I were fortunate to meet Atul Kochhar, who is on the television quite often, a few times when we've been cruising. And Atul gave me his actual, one of his cookbooks and signed it for me. And some of the Indian style recipes, I can't really call it Indian cooking because it's totally different, are fantastic. Yeah, I agree, Jason. To be honest with you, when we were there at Christmas, obviously, New Year, sorry, when we were there at New Year, some of the acts were absolutely fantastic. There were some others that, not particularly our bag, but I can't fault it. There's something for everybody. We were lucky to have everything in the outside rather than in the show bar. It's not my favourite place, if I'm being perfectly honest, but no, we thoroughly enjoyed it. Flying visit. Thanks, Col. Nice to see you, pal. Is it a flying visit because you're on your paddleboard? Prash, I haven't had a chance to see your Britannia hotel review that you've done, but I'm certainly going to have a look at it. One of the hotels in Troon was taken over by Britannia and it went downhill rapidly. And since then, it's been bought over and refurbished. Thanks for joining me and appreciate it. Happy weekend to you in sunny Dundee. Thanks for joining me quickly on this channel. Appreciate it. So anyway, guys, the plans for the weekend are not a lot. I'm going to have a wee dinner tomorrow night, a couple of glasses of vino, and just take it where it is. I'm actually back to work at the university on Monday, and then off the rest of the week, and really concentrating on Royal Troon after that. Thanks, Cole. Appreciate it, mate. And thank you, Maria. I just noticed I've got a notification that you've subscribed. Many, many thanks. Appreciate that. Cheers, Prash. Thanks for joining. As I say, it was just a last minute thing. So thanks for joining, pal. Evening, Carol. Thanks for joining in. Hi, David. Yep, the Open starts 2 weeks on Sunday. It actually runs from Sunday to Sunday. The course is prepared for the Open from Sunday to Sunday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday morning are practice days. The course is shut on Wednesday afternoon to prepare it for the Thursday morning early tea times. I think the first tea time on Thursday morning, 6 a.m. I hope that answers your question. Thanks, Anne, for putting up the page links. Just like to thank Anne and David for all the support of everybody on YouTube. It's absolutely tremendous and certainly appreciated by yours truly. Thanks, Anne. Thanks, David. Thanks, Patrick. I've got a special guest on the channel. She's just entered the conservatory. Say hello to my mum.
Hello, everybody.
This is my mum.
That's me.
God love her.
Shirley.
I actually hope Neil was watching because my mum comes from the same area as Neil does. She's from Norfolk. Somebody's got to come from there, let's face it. So my mum, I know, so my mum and Neil come from Norfolk. Anne-Marie says, lovely to see you, Mum.
Oh, thank you.
She's not bad for 89, is she, Anne-Marie?
Enjoy anyway.
Thanks, Mum.
Cheers.
It'll be like you, Prash, soon with your mum on the channel. Thanks, David. I'll tell her that one, Patrick. She'll love that one. Yeah, she is amazing for her age. She's 89. And I'll be 66 next year, so I'm catching up. Thanks, Jassy. Evening, is Tenerife. Tez has joined us. No, I'm not on the island just now, Tez. I'm just doing a bit of a teaser. It's just the backdrop on the StreamYard, but I'm actually at home just now. Thanks, Anne, for sticking up Tez's link. If there's any more questions, please fire them in. I'm happy to answer them. If there's any more questions, please fire them in. I'm happy to answer them. And thanks for all 20 of you now joining in. Excuse me leaning over. I'm just adjusting the sound volume on my iPad. It's coming through a bit strong. Patrick, I am indeed lucky to still have my mum. Unfortunately, my father passed away 6 years ago, but no, she's good. And she lives with us and we look after her, and that's the main thing. So everybody watching, when are they back on the island? Anne and I are back on the 9th of October. Really looking forward to it. I know Anne-Marie, you and David overlap with us, so it'd be nice to see somebody else there at the same time. What about you, Tez? You must have a season ticket by now. Excuse me while there was a wee bit of a delay there. I'm trying to catch up on any comments. If I've missed them, my apologies. It's there's a wee bit of a delay between my iPad and the laptop, so That's the reason why I was just having a wee look towards the laptop, towards the iPad. It's a wee bit ahead of the laptop. Kez, are you actually still in Tenerife just now? I noticed you said there, if you're on the island, how do you want to meet up? Patrick, I know you love the Lanzarote. Say hello to Dave when you're there. I was speaking to him yesterday. He seems to be doing this, that, and the other. And I believe he's heading off to Cyprus. I think he's opening a new branch of the business in Cyprus. So good luck to Dave. Evening, Dave. Nice to see you. Thanks for joining. Hi, Denise. How's Porto de la Cruz? Give my regards to Steve. And I've enjoyed his latest vlogs. They've been really interesting. Nice to see some different places on the island. Switch back to being at home. This is the view out the front window. Yeah, hi, Gary. Yeah, I know you used the up for the stay. The up was very quiet this time. It really depends on what time you go, Gary. I know that the up is very busy in March, the end of February, and again in September, October. But other than that, I think it's pretty, well, not quiet, but it certainly is quieter. Actually, we've got a big front window, actually, David. One of these nights when it's half decent, I'm going to sit by the front window and stick the camera on the outside, and then you can see what I'm talking about. But that is the actual view from the front window. I hope you have a great time with the family. Denise, Dave, don't be afraid. Just go, pal. You're a long time dead. Yeah, hi Ray. Yep, I have visited a lot of the other the open courses. I've been to Royal Lytham. I've actually played at Royal Lytham. I've played at Hoylake. I've played at Buckdale, and I've played in obviously St Andrews and Carnoustie. And I had years and years and years ago, I had a girlfriend who was doing a golf scholarship in the States. She was from Prestwick. She was a member at Prestwick. She was a member at Tunbury. And I used to drive down to Tunbury and meet her up. And we used to play virtually 10 Tunbury every night of the week during the summer. It was lovely. Yeah, Patrick, the guy behind me, has decided to go for a dip in the pool. I think he's had a couple of too many sherbets, but he's gone for a dip in the pool. Good evening, Tree. How are you? I hope you've got that caravan site all booked up. Well, listen, everybody, I'm going to wrap this up. I want to thank every single one of you for joining me tonight. It's, as I say, it was a really last minute thing, and it's so appreciated for you all to come in and join us. It was wonderful. Must admit, so appreciative. And thanks everybody for their support on the channel. And with a bit of luck, we'll get it up to 1,000 very shortly. But thanks again. And I think the new software seems to be working okay. If anybody's got any last comments, take them down. And until the next time we're with everybody, my appreciation to you all. Thanks very much, Anne-Marie, for doing the spanner work. And bye, Maria. Take care. Enjoy for the weekend. And everybody have a lovely weekend. And we'll see you on the next one. And I'll have a word. Thanks, Patrick. I'll have a word to the baby sister. One of these days, I'm going to twist Anne's arm and she can join us on this. But thanks all for watching. Have a great weekend.